John Bolton, who is the former National Security Advisor, has now become the Democrats' newest darling to help them in their bogus impeachment scheme. Bolton is at fault for trading his patriotic duty for promoting his new book. He's become a Benedict Arnold. Well, that's why the president and his supporters are making sure Bolton regrets it. Don't miss this. President Donald Trump, John Bolton, photo credit, YouTube/screenshots. John Bolton desperately wanted a job from President Trump. He had served as the United States ambassador to the United Nations, but never could get Senate approval, and in various roles in both the Bush and Reagan administrations. The thing you need to know about John Bolton is his foreign policy ideas were very far apart from President Trump's. Bolton is a hardened war hawk and a neocon. He never saw a war he didn't love and support. Sean Hannity said on his program on Tuesday night that Bolton contacted him about getting a job inside Trump's White House. In fact, Hannity divulged Bolton was talking to everyone inside D.C. making the rounds, pleading with politicos to put in a good word with Trump. Hannity warned Bolton that the president's foreign policy was not to blow up the Middle East and start endless wars. Bolton claimed that was fine with him and that he would serve at the pleasure of the president. Well, that's not what happened according to President Trump. Finally, the commander-in-chief had had enough and fired Bolton. Now, instead of doing his patriotic duty, John Bolton is trying to make money off of the impeachment. Joel Pollack of Breitbart stated Bolton knew exactly what he was doing when he handed over his book's manuscript to the NSC for review. Portions of it got leaked to the New York Times, who are now claiming the fired NSA chief stated Trump told him he wanted the Biden investigations for the Ukraine aid. President Trump has vehemently denied he ever spoke to Bolton about the Ukraine aid. However, that's all the Democrats needed to start a new campaign for witnesses in the Senate impeachment trial. And what does Bolton do? Nothing. He has his attorney make a mysterious statement which neither confirms nor denies what the need is reporting. If Bolton was a patriot, he would put an end to this. He would make a statement and back up our president. The new Bolton revelations, as they are called, though no one knows what he actually wrote, since even the New York Times failed to quote him, are like the new Kavanaugh accusers. Now Democrats want to call new witnesses who never spoke up during the inquiry, Breitbart reports. These calls have nothing to do with finding the truth. Democrats could go to court to subpoena the Bolton manuscript itself. The legal battle would likely be shorter and simpler than a fight over executive privilege. President Trump is making it crystal clear John Bolton never intended to serve our nation. He only intended on promoting his own foreign policy goals of wars. For a guy who couldn't get approved for the ambassador to the UN years ago, couldn't get approved for anything since, begged me for a non-Senate approved job, which I gave him despite many saying don't do it, sir, takes the job, mistakenly says Libyan model on TV. And, many more mistakes of judgment, gets fired because frankly, if I listened to him, we would be in World War VI by now, and goes out and immediately writes a nasty and untrue book. All classified national security. Who would do this? Trump tweeted on Wednesday. Many more mistakes of judgment, gets fired because frankly, if I listened to him, we would be in World War VI by now, and goes out and immediately writes a nasty and untrue book. All classified national security. Who would do this? Donald J. Trump, at Real Donald Trump. January 29, 2020. Why didn't John Bolton complain about this nonsense a long time ago, when he was very publicly terminated? He said, not that it matters, nothing. Trump has. Why didn't John Bolton complain about this nonsense a long time ago, when he was very publicly terminated? He said, not that it matters, nothing. Donald J. Trump, at Real Donald Trump. January 29, 2020. Trump then makes the point that Bolton said nothing when he was fired, but now, all of a sudden he is promoting this book and making wild claims knowing he would become the new Christine Blasey Ford for the Democrats. Americans are also angry at John Bolton, who is putting money before his patriotic duty. As I said, John Bolton is a neocon globalist of the G.W. Bush era. War, war, war. It's the solution to everything. It's really saying something with a brash billionaire like Trump calls somebody a warmonger, tweeted Complete Christianity. As I said, John Bolton is a neocon globalist of the G.W. Bush era. War, war, war. It's the solution to everything. It's really saying something with a brash billionaire like Trump calls somebody a warmonger. https://t.co/7yek96do, Complete Christianity, at Shane Skeetzel, January 29, 2020. It smacks of craven self-interest to publish a book when your boss is still in office. If it is positive, no one will buy it. If it is damning, you are stabbing your benefactor in the back. Either way, it's a bad idea and reflects poorly on the author, tweeted Gail Trotter. It smacks of craven self-interest to publish a book when your boss is still in office. If it is positive, no one will buy it. If it is damning, you are stabbing your benefactor in the back. Either way, it's a bad idea and reflects poorly on the author. https://t.co/u9yrm605s, Gail Trotter, at Gail Trotter, January 29, 2020. Anyone that begs for a job that doesn't require congressional approval, knowing they wouldn't get it, and against the advice of administration officials, tells you much about them and their agenda, tweeted Twitter user Michael. Fire, collision, World War VI, collision, fire, bomb, the John Bolton story, bomb. Anyone that begs for a job that doesn't require congressional approval, knowing they wouldn't get it, and against the advice of administration officials, tells you much about them and their agenda. https://t.co/skq2wmtxbr, Anchor, USA, Michael, USA, Anchor, at Michael Magauss, January 29, 2020. I don't believe a word Bolton says. He doesn't know if he's coming or going. All he's thinking about right now is money. At Real Donald Trump knows the possibilities here and I doubt he's worried, tweeted Twitter user Juliet. I don't believe a word Bolton says. He doesn't know if he's coming or going. All he's thinking about right now is money. At Real Donald Trump knows the possibilities here and I doubt he's worried. Hashtag acquitted forever. Hashtag impeachment trials, USA. Hashtag vote red to save America. https://t.co/p-idia1vxgs, Juliet, at Juliet knows 1, January 29, 2020. John Bolton needs to testify, not in the Senate trial, but in an oversight committee. Breitbart reports, there are good reasons emerging for Congress to compel Bolton to testify, in oversight, not impeachment. The American people deserve to know how much he was paid to write his book, by whom, and when he started it. Because if there is anything the framers wanted to prevent by making bribery impeachable, and by writing the emoluments clause, it was large sums of money undermining the leadership of the Republic. In the meantime, Republicans should reject Democrat calls for more witnesses. They don't want the truth. They just want to be able to say, after Trump is acquitted, that it was Republican partisanship that saved him. A vote for new witnesses, after Democrats rejected every Republican request for new witnesses in the House, would legitimize an unprecedented abuse of power and guarantee that Kavanaugh 2.0 would not be the last. This sickness will grip our republic, and every time Congress holds the majority over the president, impeachments will commence like clockwork. John Bolton had no problem sending thousands and thousands of American boys to war, but when it was time for him to sacrifice for his country and do the right thing, his selfish motives for monetary gain and notoriety is all that matters to him. Let's block ads. Why?